If I told you you can use an AI like ChatGPT to analyze all of the stocks before the market opens, gives you the best opportunities as far as trades to take along with entries and exits, would you still click off this video? Good, because in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to use ChatGPT to help with your trading, even if you're not a tech savvy person. With that being said, let's jump straight into the first prompt. Now, before I give you guys the first prompt, there's two fundamental things you need to understand about using AI when it comes to trading. One is that this is by far the easiest way for you to be able to go through all of the articles that you normally would go through and get a full summary of what you should be expecting before jumping into the market. And two is, although it is similar to like a trading assistant, it isn't 100% right. Just like any other strategy out there, there's nothing that works 100% of the time. Now that we've explained that, let's go ahead and get into the first prompt that will save you a ton of time when it comes to finding catalysts or events in the market. Basically big news or big data that you have to know. So this saves you a ton of time on searching Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Bloomberg, Seeking Alpha, all those different places. So the prompt looks exactly like this. Take the role of my elite market research partner who blends fundamentals, technicals, options flow, and catalysts into a clear trading preparation brief. I want you to study and report on the following watch list. And then you basically want to insert your own watch list. So for me, it's XPX, QQQ, IWM, Tesla, Oracle, so on and so forth. And your job is to prepare me for the next upcoming week. Or the upcoming day. Okay, so structure this response in a way that makes me massively informed and ready to trade. So utilizing a prompt like this allows you to get all the market research that you need in one quick summary. Now, if you're anything like me, you like to go through these articles and do all this stuff, but sometimes it can take a lot of time. So if you're someone who works a job, you have a family, or you just don't have the time to be able to sit there and go through all the articles, this is a phenomenal way for you to be able to pull all of the most important data and put it all into one summary. Now, once you've inserted your watch list, you want to go ahead and click send, and you can have however many stocks you want on this watch list, and watch how ChatGPT basically surfs all of the web that you guys can see here and look for all the information that is the most qualified to tell you. Now, the really cool thing about AI is that it's smarter than anything else out there, and it's probably going to give you a better analysis than the one that you could probably build on your own. So it'll kind of break it down just like this. You're going to have your big picture tailwinds, right? So you have Fed rates and inflation, earnings and guidance, structure, along with external shocks. So it'll break down geopolitical things, big tech names, certain things that are going on with the Magnificent Seven, so on and so forth. Now, this basically is everything you really need to know about the stock market as of right now, whether you're doing this during pre-market on a Sunday or on a Sunday, which is what I would personally recommend. So if you guys look at this, you see analyst tones. Is this important? Kinda, sorta. You can kind of, weave out some of the stuff that you don't really need to make an accurate decision when you're trading. But for the most part, the rest of this stuff is going to be talking about catalysts, right? So NFPs coming up, inflation and PCE, earnings from mega cap companies, so on and so forth. And then it starts talking about ETFs and the overall landscape of these ETFs. So it gives you a full briefing of where everything is. And one thing you might want to do is train the AI on what particular strategy you use. This is something that I do very often, where if I trade the strat, or you trade support and resistance, or supply and demand, you can insert that particular strategy into this prompt and have it look for levels based off of your specific strategy. This is just a way to get a little bit more in tune with the overall AI itself and have it be as articulate and as spot on as possible for your particular strategy. One of my favorite things about this prompt is that it does give you in-depth breakdowns of each particular ticker that you put inside of it, along with a brief description of what's going on with it, right? So it goes over the catalyst, supply chains, margins, macro demand of that particular stock. It shows the actual chart when the open was, the high of the day, low of the day, so on and so forth. And it just gives you an overall brief breakdown of everything that is on your watch list. So that way you're the most informed about every single one of them. Now, the way that I would use this is that I would use it for my watch list and then pull the ones that match my particular setup, which is why, again, like I said, feeding it your particular type of strategy is going to help you a lot with weaving down, a little bit of the asking more questions to it. But this is a phenomenal way of being able to get all the information you need during pre-market or during Sunday to be the most prepared that you can possibly be without having to search all these different articles and take all these different notes. Literally everything is literally right here. And if you want it, you can tell it to give you a summary of everything above, so that way it can do that. You can read it even quicker if that's something that you want. But this is the very first prompt that I absolutely love, and I think that's going to help a ton of you guys who are trading right now. Now, the next way you can massively impact your trading is by taking a screenshot of your current chart and sending it over into ChatGPT with this specific prompt. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over into TradingView, and right now the current ticker we have is Amazon. We also have it on a daily time frame since the particular levels I wanna see are gonna be on a higher time frame. So basically what you wanna do is once you come over to TradingView, you wanna go ahead and click this little snapshot picture here. Go ahead and click copy image, and then all you're gonna do is come back over into ChatGPT, and you're gonna use this particular prompt. It says, take the role of an expert technical analysis trader that trades support and resistance. I want you to analyze this chart that is on the daily time frame on Amazon and tell me what are the major levels you would watch for, where you'd like for a high probability entry at for both calls and puts, and the target you would like to take it to. Now, you can put whatever type of strategy you trade, whether it's supply and demand, the strat, so on and so forth. I think most of you are going to probably be the most familiar with support and resistance. So I just wanted to use something that we're all familiar with, and then we're going to go ahead and press enter. So now that we went ahead and submitted this, we now have our AI assistant pretty much going through the entire chart for us, giving us major support and resistance levels. Now it'll give you these levels based off recent areas, strong demand areas, and key support bases back from certain time frames, which is really key because again, key levels is important. Being able to mark out certain time frames or higher time frame support and resistance levels are going to pretty much help you across all strategies that you use. Now it's also going to give you different scenarios. So if call side or if you want to go long, right? It'll give you, ideal entries and where your targets are, along with entries for shorts or if you're taking puts. Now, the really cool thing that you can do is you can have it draw out all of this stuff for you. So it's going to ask you, do you want me to map these zones visually with supply and demand boxes or support and resistance lines, whatever you want. And what I'll go ahead and do is type yes, and let's see what it gives us. So now, as you guys can see, it pretty much marked out these areas on the chart for us and around the certain prices. So what you could do is literally go onto the chart yourself and mark out these exact levels for yourself. That way you can kind of use these as targets, and this would be target 1, target 2, and then these would be your resistance levels and so on and so forth. So it's not exactly perfect, right, as far as being able to draw on your chart, but it is great at giving you levels and things to be mindful of. So I would use it as kind of like a foundation and a guideline to be able to summarize things or maybe get a different perspective on your current strategy, just so you have a more well-rounded idea of what could possibly happen with price while you're trading. So the ways that you would accurately use ChatGPT is by using it as a compass, using it as a foundation or an assistant, something that can align with what your current strategy is and mark out certain levels for you a little bit quicker than you could probably mark out yourself. Or if you want extra confirmation of levels that you've marked out, this is a great way for you to get that confirmation without having to pay anybody or go speak to anybody. You see, AI is here to stay, and it's better to be a trader that utilizes it as opposed to a trader who is in fear of it. Now, if you're a new trader and this is something that you like, I have all of the prompts in a doc that you guys can download down below. All you have to do is join the free course that you guys can get access to. It's about 7 hours long. It comes with a bunch of ChatGPT prompts, a bunch of videos on support and resistance and all these different strategies, so you may like some of them, but all you have to do is go ahead and click the link that is down below in the description, and make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you guys like this video, and if you want something else like this, let me know down below in the comments. But other than that, my name is Dantes Akram. I hope you guys enjoyed this ChatGPT AI trading assistant video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.